They are making a difference on 938 Live.
If you've ever considered volunteering on a regular basis and be dedicated to a cause or movement in the long run, a nagging thought would undoubtedly be, how would you handle your time? What would you have to sacrifice? This activity and how we can all afford to give back a little has recently been in the spotlight. So we're finding out from Serene Chua, who holds down a job in the banking industry, how she juggles her time between work, family and the Youth Corps Singapore, the National Youth Council's initiative that brings together local youths to design and deliver sustainable community projects locally and overseas.
Expedition Agape is actually one of the programs that is under Lakeside Family Service Centre, whereby they are actually helping the youth at risk with coping and mentoring the youth at risk, one-to-one mentoring. The youth at risk is actually a 6-month program where they actually meet up almost every week to just interact with the youth, speak to them. And I find that it's interesting in a way that the program itself actually, for the first 2 months, it allows the mentor to actually know better about the youth and the youth to actually be more comfortable with the mentor. And later on in the third or fourth month, as they proceed, it is more of like a hands-on thing where both mentors and the youth will actually be doing some activities together so that they will actually build some bonds and all that before they actually go overseas, where they will actually be going overseas to help some of the other youth in overseas.
What's your commitment like to the program?
My team in YCS, we are actually helping Expedition Agape in the area of building the awareness of this program.
And how many hours do you spend?
We actually spend around 6 hours a week, 3 hours to meet up as a group and 3 hours for our own personal, maybe during the weekday after my work, or weekends, maybe on Saturday before we actually meet up to do some research and all that.
6 hours a week is actually quite significant. Has it affected your actual work positively or negatively in any way?
I would say both yes and no, because before joining YCS, I actually are more of the workaholic type, whereby I actually go to work even on Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
So after joining YCS, I actually stopped going to work on Saturday and Sunday. My working hours are actually quite flexible in the way that it is, although a 9 to 6 working hours, but sometimes you go in a bit later, or you can actually even work slightly later so that you actually compensate, and as long as you finish your work, that is fine. So in this way, I have the actually timing and the freedom to actually plan my time.
So in what way did it affect your work positively then?
Because the team in YCS is actually quite dynamic in the way that some of them are students, and the age gap is between, I would say, 17 to 27. I think I'm probably one of the older ones, and I'm the only one working. So in this way, it actually helped me where I try to manage my expectations. Sometimes the students in my group have to actually prepare for exams and all that. I actually would just tell myself that, okay, I need to understand that they actually have to prepare for studies, and this is part of what they need to do, and so I need to actually give them time.
So you became more understanding in your day-to-day work as well?
Yes, correct. So it also gives me the kind of patience that I need for work.
Did it have any other impact on your life?
Although I actually spend 6 hours doing the project, the time that I spend with my family is lesser. But I actually felt that the bonding that we have every time when we spend time together, it's actually better in a way that because we know that each other are very busy, and so we cherish the time that we have together. So it is more of a accommodating and understanding each other.
So what do you think is more important to be able to commit seriously to volunteering? Having the right attitude or having the right support around you?
I think both plays an important part. Having the right attitude yourself. When you actually volunteer, you will actually need to be sincere in a way that, be it treating the beneficiaries or be it with the fellow volunteers that you are actually working with, you have to actually be true and show your right attitude in it. Always asking yourself, why do you actually want to join the volunteering group initially. So this actually gives you the drive to continue. As for support-wise, I think support from family members and friends are also one of the important aspects, because family and friends plays an important part in our life as well. When you actually help others, you also would want to have the time to spend with your family members. And if you yourself are actually having problems in a way that family members are not supporting what you are doing, you might actually not be able to do things to the fullest. I'm fortunate enough that my family members and friends are actually very supportive in the volunteering work that I have all along been doing.
And that was Serene Chua from Youth Corps Singapore. This has been They Are Making a Difference. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Daphne Lim.
They are making a difference on 938 Live.